saying it because he's the boss.
Got him.
I don't think me or her were trying to say that she was a bully. I think we tried to make it very clear that it was the things that she was saying.
Yes, you
Especially
did.
my situation about the clothes. I really did feel like it was like bullying mean girl type shit, being constantly poked and prodded on about it. Like, I wasn't trying to say that.
I'm getting a
was
fucking headache.
So it's dolls. So the whole idea of the show is you guys are going to wear cute outfits or whatever. Like that's the part of the show. So it's just not bullying. Like you and that other person that are saying that are dumb. Like it's not. That's not what bullying is. Bullying would be like, dude, your shirt is ugly. Where'd you get that at Walmart right now? Like what the fuck? Yeah. You're like, can you put some duct tape on the shoulders because it ain't fitting your body right? Like, and just me going in and in and in. That's what bullying is. Like you can't take this. Hey, you know, some comments about let's upgrade the wardrobes for a better show and then translate that into bullying, because then it's like people that are actually being bullied and harassed, like you're devaluating it, you know?
Exactly. Like that's when you go back and forth with somebody, you know what I mean? It's just not bullying. Like if they ask you to stop, you know what I mean? And they just keep on, and then they just, every time they see you, they just keep on. Like it's just relentless. Yes, at that point, yes, it's bullying. But if you're going back and forth with someone, you can't call it that. That's just my own opinion.
Is Sweet Tea gonna be the LCU's new token victim? Is that what is transpiring right before our very eyes?
So I think what Voldemort was is starting to spread. So each different people are going to pick up different characteristics. Like right now, I think
so?
I think Zay is going to be the most hated. I think she's going to be the new most hated. And if she's smart, she'll embrace it. She'll embrace it if she's smart. Sweet Tea is going to be the next victim. Constant victim. Always. And then as far as just nasty, disgusting, like pig, I'm out on that one. I have no idea.
We still need to think about that one.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's keep it going.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'm sorry.
It's like I just know she had good intentions. And the reason why she got banned last night is because she was drinking. So when she was drinking and getting into this, she couldn't stop. And I'm like, no. Like, you know, I had to be going to protector mode and be like, get the fuck off the Discord, right? Because it becomes like this endless loop. But I mean, it's because you hit her with a bunch of false allegations, you know? She came from a good place and she was trying to help the show. And you were like, she's trying to destroy the show. She's a bully. She's trying to ruin the show. You know what I mean? And that's why she got so amped up, because my girl is not a bully. But
my girl's not a bully. My girl. Okay, Keem. Okay, Keem. Okay. Whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you feel okay in your life. So time for us to get the show started. It's very long. Very, very in-depth. Not really in-depth, but just kind of talking about each individual show and kind of recapping it. Besides the usual stuff that obviously Cafe does before they do their Remind segment, which is growing even better. In the case of Sweet Tea, yeah, Sweet Tea is notoriously going to start lying more often, or at least like she's gonna accuse somebody of something, but then when that person confront Sweet Tea is gonna just flip-flop constantly, which is very annoying, right? And we're gonna probably end up seeing Sweet Tea probably eventually like moral grandstand everything because things are not going her way, and like everybody's bullying her, and I'm just like, okay, Sweet Tea, whatever makes you happy, to the point where either people are just going to submit because it's easier than to just fight a lot of the time than it is to deal with like essentially a moron, you know that's how I interpret it, how I see it, right? A good old Sweet Tea, calling other people bully, calling other people stuff, like that cry bully is very real, I'll tell you that much.
What are you doing?
Do we ever know what he's doing? And look at Steak. He's in a fucking pig costume. I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful. All right.
The main accusation that Buff Weeb was like fucking real butthurt about is he said that I brought his girl up, which isn't even fucking true. In the motherfucking clip that I showed after you were acting like a fucking gooner, the other girls brought up your girl. I didn't know you had a girl. By the way you acted, I was pretty sure that you did not. So that's fucking knowledge to me, guy. But you just use that as an excuse to show everybody your true self and just go weigh in on a bunch of bullshit you don't believe in. More false accusations.
It reminds me of a song. Cyndi Lauper. And I see your true colors shining through. And I see your true colors. And that's why I love you. So don't.
So the main accusation that Buff Weeb was like fucking real butthurt about.
Yeah. So that's basically it.
Were the Aussie boys doing their interpretation, like their own interpretation of what a cop is, like the cop outfit is? Is that why the snake was in a fucking pig costume?
That's hilarious. That is hilarious.
I just made that connection. It's like Twiggy's in a fucking cop outfit, and then there's this snake dressed as a fucking pig.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's funny.
So during all this, Steak told Buff to come up there and talk. I don't think Buff did. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so
I don't think he did.
I don't know.
Docket team didn't clip it. I know they would have, but I'm just saying. All right, let's.
I'm so sad that I have to sleep during Aussie. I'm so sad because I wish I could watch them live.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, he was upset about his girl. Bro, I didn't bring up your girl. Those girls brought up your girl. I did comment on it, and you never addressed the Gooner accusations, which was the biggest accusation. First of all, your name would have never been in my mouth if your mouth wouldn't have formulated the word steak, and you started throwing out your bullshit-ass opinions to protect your co-host from an argument that wasn't even with your co-host, it was with her boyfriend. And I already offered peace on that shit, but your dumbass wanted beef too, so you got it. I'm steak. I am the beef. You wanted it? You got it, bitch. You can end it whenever you want. I see you all the time watching, soaking up our gifted memberships, you fucker. If you wanted to hop up here, you could. Well, get your permission first or whatever, but then you could hop up here.
He can't.
Why?
Because what's he gonna do? What's he gonna say, right? What does he have against us? What does he have on us?
Nothing.
Up until they randomly came after us, I didn't have any issues with anybody, right?
Neither fucking did I.
But then,
well,
then
I had
just,
issues with
they try to drag us through the mud. All right, I've been doing some investigating, right? And the investigating's not done. We'll get into it more a little later on because I'm trying to have people compile some stuff. All
right, guys, real quick. Since Swiggy wants to talk about investigations, I have a question for you guys. One's in the chat for Seek investigations. Two's in the chat for Twiggy investigations. Who is better? Who is better? One's in the chat for Seek. Two's in the chat for Twiggy.
Riveting information from the good old Twiggy. Yeah, so this is mostly from the night before mine. All of this video is coming out at some point Saturday. Whenever I get it done. But also the whole drama between Twiggy, with Ozzy and Nerd is kind of ridiculous because it's all really been driven by one individual. I think if Buff wasn't like a host and wasn't kind of like putting himself in a position where he has to defend Zay, I think he would be part of the dog pile. He would be probably part of just him jumping Zay. It's kind of what we saw last time, right? That's basically how he got his whole role and everything. And obviously you have to kind of change because of the position you are. But also I think what it is also, if he doesn't do something or doesn't support it or even get involved, he'll get stonewalled by Zay. And I think we can clearly see that as much as Buff may want to present himself as a strong-willed man, but then again, as he said, he was around a lot of women. So maybe rather than just fight when you don't have to fight, it's just better to let them in control, but that can also be a problem. So it can go either way, however you want to think about it, at least in the case of Buff. Now, the whole thing about bringing each other's spouses or kids, it's ridiculous, but it is the internet, and people will use whatever they can to knock you down. And if they use something that is very clearly an easy target, they can't defend themselves, there you go. But like, S1K is somebody who could defend himself, and he has. So in the case of, like, say, Steak's wife or her kids, he really can't. So there's that.
And go to town on them. Juicy. But also,
ooh,
that's nasty.
In the Walmart bathroom, that's
no,
nasty.
I don't agree with that.
So moving on, we have Gidgy, who actually became a Band World member after she said she would. Thank you so much, Gidgy. And we have Skeptices with the $1.99. Sweet tea, I will send you a desk for fuck's sake. Thank you so much, Skeptices.
Hell, if you're serious about that, hit me up in the Discord.
Just don't try to accuse them of anything afterwards.
Exactly.
So I don't think we have any other short ones. Let me see. Let me look through this. Oh, here's a short one. Most of my friends are furries, aka have personas. The stigma around the community is odd to me. It feels like a minority of freaks making the majority look bad. That can be very true. Then we have Rot with the 2. Sweet Tea, you don't know how to do the docket either. It's crazy that you were actually talking to this. Whenever you read that out, I didn't know who sent it in. Rot is one of our docket members, so her words probably have a little bit more weight to them than you think.
I mean, I didn't really even know that we were supposed to be doing that kind of stuff. I don't know if it was ever told to me or not, but I knew that we were supposed to get stuff together, but not like constantly be in the docket and like figuring stuff out until the episode with me talking about the plane crash. And then after that, I have been putting stuff in.
Yeah, but that's an excuse. Why don't you ask?
That's not fucking excuse, you dumb cunt!
Now she's doing it, and
I'm
we should
doing
be
my goddamn best!
yelling is not
What
gonna
more
do.
do you want from me?
Listening.
The fucking dog pile is gross. Cynthia Breyer is right. This is a fucking dog pile.
Oh
Y'all
my
don't
goodness.
You're a
Everybody's
crybaby.
talking about me right now, so you gotta fucking attack me too?
So you think I'm attacking you?
Giving you.
I think this is unnecessary.
Why?
You think acting that way is necessary?
Yes! I'm fucking sick and tired of it. Say what you want to say. You said what you want to say. Let's move the fuck on.
You're not listening. If
What
you
am I
want to
supposed to
succeed
do
on the
with my
doll show,
goddamn computer right now, you fucking cunt!
you're
What am I
having
doing with my
a
computer right
crash
now?
out. Crash out. Crash out. You have to listen, sweet tea. The feedback that's been given to you is to improve the show.
You say that
Think
all
about
the
dolls.
feedback
Think
that's
about your
given to you is
setup.
an attack.
I'm an intern. I have set up right.
Yeah, I
Are
wonder why you haven't
listening?
got a host role yet.
Cynthia Breyer, you are probably the biggest troll that there is. Who wouldn't act like that? No, if you're an adult, you listen and you just say, okay, fine, I fucked up. And then we would probably move on. But the fact that you keep screaming and then you say that it's
I did say I fucked up. And then I'll do something better. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry whenever you talked about the fucking phone thing. I said I'm sorry. And then y'all said, no, you gotta take accountability. You're not doing right, dolls. I brought the most fucking attention to this bitch. And y'all
No, you
can't
didn't.
fucking proud of me for
No, you
that.
didn't.
You can't be proud about my
No,
fucking
you
good
didn't.
episode that we did. We've been getting a hell of a lot more views after that. Have you noticed?
Yeah, probably because I've also went on other shows and I've tried to like show people like, hey, we can do much more than just sitting here and screaming and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm.
That's right.
You know, you did good too, but that was.
Watching Sweet Tea crash out every single time because things are not going her own way, it's hilarious. Like, imagine you have to work with her, like, in a regular, like, setting where you have to deal with her. Like, I feel like if you have to work at a setting where you have to be independently driven or tasks are given to you and it's expected for you to pick up real fast, I feel like she'd just be a disaster. And I feel like the whole docket thing, like, that should be something very clear and obvious for you to do. Like, that's just something, like, what do you mean that you didn't know until, like, really recently? Like, isn't that what you're supposed to do the docket? Isn't that, like, a requirement, a job? The fact that you couldn't really figure that out right off the bat is actually quite amusing, very shocking, very telling of what kind of person Sweet Tea is. And and you can even ask, like, well, I mean, like, she's getting dogpile now for it. But, like, given the things he's done and kind of piss off everybody else, whether or not it's warranted is another thing, but it's not good at all. Really, really, really isn't good. Let's move on to the next thing.
For you guys, so we're just going to finish up this last Aussie clip before we jump into that.
Man,
Michael,
what
because
the fuck? We have a whole Florida man thing. This is crazy. Bro.
I know.
Yeah,
they care so much about the drama today, they don't even care about Florida Man. Not a single person wanted $5 for a Florida Man wheel. Not a single person wants a Florida Man wheel.
Bro, you're right.
We're all responding to each other. S1K, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to have to respond to this, but he went low. He thought I went low, and that's why he responded that way. But I didn't. I didn't bring up his girl. It was in the fucking clip. The clip brought up his girl, and I commented on it. They made it public. They made it live. I didn't even know he had a girl. But it's on them at this point. Like, we're ending the stream with peace.
So I actually talked to Twiggy about this, by the way. So I got some clarification on what was going on the very first stream where they brought up your girl. Apparently there was some context that we were missing because we were watching that stream in the VC. I don't know if you had the comments open because I jumped into watching the stream like midway through because Buff was like reacting to it and I was like, what the fuck are you watching? So apparently what Twiggy told me last night in VC is that there was some donos coming in or like comments coming in that were saying shit about your girl when those clips were playing, and Steak and Twiggy both said that they didn't really know that you had a girl until that point. So I guess they were kind of, trying to make clarification, but I don't know. There were still jokes made on her behalf. So, hey, whatever, I guess.
Oh.
I'm just giving you the clarification they gave me. Also, did we get to the likes? I don't think we did. Yeah, you guys are getting locked up.
No, we're getting locked up. But I'm trying to think, like, I really don't care anymore because I talked to her and she, like, laughed about it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's good.
Like, it doesn't really bother her, you know? She's, like, making fun of me. So, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me, like, that much. It pissed me off in the moment. But now that I was thinking about it, I feel like it was another thing that Yo Mama kind of egged on. And you guys just kind of, fuck it, let's ride along with it.
Dude.
And they already just got made fun of for not going with content.
No, that's actually such a good way to put it because first off, I think that's what's happening, right? Because Yo Mama's got that weird, like, fucking hate boner for me since he came back to the LCU because that was the content that was successful for... Well, no, it's both of us, right? Because you're on the show with me and he's, like, calling you my lapdog or whatever, or, like, my puppet. Like, it's literally just hate for me, and now he's placing it onto you because you're, like, the closest person, like, to me in the LCU, right? So, he did it first with Queens. It didn't work because then Tina came in for the truce because she doesn't want the fucking shit either. Like, me and Tina have, like, beefed so many times, and then just, we always get to this point where we're, like, back to getting along. It's just stupid. Me and Tina don't want to do it with each other. It's like we're looping at this point because we have nothing new to say about each other. We say the same things. Yes, it's stupid.
Oh, Midnight Rider, welcome to Band World.
So then he tried to do it with Aussie because he saw that Steak had, like, beef with me that he had mentioned a few days ago, and so he tried to, like, ignite the fucking flames by starting shit on Aussie. He's just, like, making his fucking rounds with anybody that says anything negative about me. Same thing with Boogie. Boogie has said negative things about me in the past, so that's why he took it to live. Like, he'll just keep doing this until and making his rounds. He's like the next Pharaoh. He's literally Pharaoh 2.0.
That's kind of fucking, that's fucked. That's fucked. Holy shit, if he's just Pharaoh 2.0, man. So what else we got with this Aussie? Because now I'm
gonna finish up this clip, but I just need to update the members goal really quickly to now 3 out of 100 for me to go. Oh yeah, I will go outside and find a Florida man as long as it's not still pouring outside.
And here we have nerds kind of going into this whole beef between them and Ozzy. This is very ridiculous, but I think it should be telling when beef happened in the LCU is either start with people not understanding the situation, fans kind of just rallying people up, and that starts a lot of drama. Hosts is not getting along, and they just fight for a couple of days, and then boom, nothing happens. That's really what it comes down to when we're talking about a lot of the inner host drama. In the case of Nerds, which Nerds is basically Rewind, but for the afternoon, right? You know, you got a cafe, which is like Rewind in the morning. You got Nerd, which is Rewind in the afternoon. And then you got Rewind when it's Rewind, right? The only reason I'm talking about this is because, like, I don't really have much to say, particularly within this drama, dealing with Ozzy and Zay. It may not even last. Again, these things only last for a couple of days, and they just and they just kind of like, okay, nothing much happens. That's usually the case.
Clip for Gaff. I still owe one more shot, by the way.
But he's acting like hot shit.
Wait, let me respond.
I was not even going to fucking say that on stream.
Let me respond. I let you speak. You left the dying show that's now doing really fucking well, and now hosting a show that's actively competing with milkers that's been dead for the majority of the month, and you're critiquing fucking Sweet Pea. She fucks up, she does dumb shit, of course, but you should be fucking coaching her, not just dogging on her. And one woman who just smiles and laughs for fucking oxygen.
And he fucking dogs on her.
I don't
Did he
comment.
just say she smiles at oxygen? Oh no.
Can I be honest? I don't commonly agree with Nightmare, but I actually agree with him this time.
Oh my god, he came in and dunked.
He did come in and like he has a point. He really does have a point. Like he does.
He laid up.
Like that's what I was trying to say nicely earlier, but Nightmare put it like way better. It's just like to be critiquing somebody else when you have. Okay, I have to put it this way: you have not excelled in the LCU yet to be critiquing somebody on their on-screen presence. I'm sorry, that's fucked up, and I don't like to say it like that because I don't want to come off like I have an ego, like I'm excelling or anything like that. I'm not trying to come off like that. But Nightmare has a point. Like, we as the small creators, like, leave that shit to like Billy, leave that shit to Keem. Like, they will give them the pointers that they need, right? And Brantley is there as the manager. She'll give Sweet Tea the pointers. I'm not saying you can't give her like pointers, but the way you were coming across was like you know better, and I feel like that's where Nightmare came in and sort of critiquing you, was because you came off like you know better, and like you've made mistakes yourself, you know.
I'm dead.
Yeah, W Nightmare.
Are you joking? You
fucking this is unreal, dude.
It's unreal that you're inebriated so much, and you're the biggest fucking lolcow in the lolcow universe.
I am a fucking retard.
Can I do? I also wanted
You want
to
that
say,
purse?
I also
No,
just
play the
wanted-
clip. No, play the clip. Do you want
No,
that
no,
purse?
no,
This
no,
is
no.
our new thing.
They did not fucking pay us for that ad.
Okay, who do you want? Would you have a code? Okay, never mind.
I just wanted to say, like, Nightmare's show has honestly been doing like a lot better. It was doing better with
Way better.
Ultra than it was with Josh, if we're like keeping it a stack. But you know, I don't hate Josh being on there. I think the three of them
I like
together
Josh.
isn't necessarily the worst chemistry. They just gotta like
I
figure
think
it out a little bit.
they need to have if John's gonna be the actual co-host.
Josh.
Then John, Josh, Jays. If JoJo's gonna be the actual co-host, Nightmare needs to call in a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Ultra needs to call in.
ultimately,
Because
I think
even
Tess is doing pretty good right now. So I just
Bruh,
for her to be
shout
like,
out to
oh, he's
Tess.
like the
Don't
biggest
worry.
like lolcow. Like to be honest, he's not. Like we've had our issues with Nightmare.
He's
but
not the
really
biggest lol cow. He just has a Karen in him that he's constantly killing every
He's
day.
been getting better. He's been getting better. Like,
He's
I
been
will give him
way
that.
better. This how Nightmare works. He works to a slope and he goes back down, but from what I've seen, he has not climbed that slope again.
You know things are good when Test fans and Nerds fans we're getting along.
Are
We're
getting along.
commingling, guys. So
Cats and dogs getting along.
I
What is
know.
the world ending?
We're cats. We are the cats.
I'm not a pussy.
Oh wait, I muted this. My bad.
Ways to
I
improve.
am not a
Always
pussy.
Like you're the fucking hottest shit since sliced bread. This is
Nobody
crazy.
literally
This
does
is
that. How many
crazy,
times
man.
has I fucked up in the fucking
Okay.
LCU? Fucking leave. You are so fucking drunk, sober up, and then come back, dude.
Thank God
Literally.
somebody fucking sees it.
No, because literally
Hey,
anybody
look,
agrees
yeah,
with you a little bit, and you will take it to the
You
fucking
can't
grave.
even let
You
him
are the
talk.
newest
Just
fucking.
remember, you kick me because you know I'm right. You kick me because
No,
you know
I
I'm
kick
right.
you because you're inebriated, and you are literally not even bringing.
That you kicked me because you know I'm right was crazy work. Crazy work, Nightmare. I'm not gonna lie. That's
Bro.
something I would do. You are
Stop
so petty.
dunking.
Nightmare, you are so petty. And I like that. Because I would do that same fucking thing. You little
That
bitch.
isn't
You little conniving motherfucker. I would have done that same fucking thing. It's mad
That was
respect.
a mic drop. You did
Mad
a mic drop. We
respect.
saw it. We saw that. I saw that.
When she is right, she is right. And when Nightmare is right, he's right. And I think that's something to always be reminded of. When somebody is right, they're right. Now, is Nightmare the biggest lolcow? Not really. Like, the biggest lolcow will always still be Keem and Boogie. Like, there's just enough to say that they're the bigger lolcow. Even Becky was, like, top tier lolcow, right? Or, you know, another example would probably be, like, Sweet Tea or Tina, right? And I would say maybe if we're going about lolcows within the LCU, it probably would be like, you know, obviously Roxy, Becky, all of them are gone, right? So they, I guess you want to put them in there or not, go ahead. But I would probably say, in my opinion, I would probably say something along the line. The biggest lolcow would probably be Tina, if not Boogie. But back to their, I guess, critique or Nightmare's criticism. I mean, Nightmare is right, you know. Like, at least you can say that Beans has a lot more experience in Sweet Tea and Wonder Woman, and she's at least has gotten better at doing this, I would say probably a lot faster and a lot better than even like Glammy, right? I think most people can say that. And Glammy has, at least by LCU standards, which isn't very high, has gotten better. But when you have somebody like, let's say, Sweet Tea, who's notoriously, from what I can see, is very lazy, very quiet into herself, and Nightmare saying that, and it really got to me. I was dying laughing when Nightmare said, all Wonder Woman does is smile at air, and I'm just like, that's so true in so many ways. Like, I think Wonder Woman is good as a recurring like pop-in. This is like a fan like that, not somebody who could really run the show. And I'm just like, these shows don't need these kind of people. At least Ultra can be kind of entertaining. But Wonder Woman is, because I think what it is with Wonder Woman is he's probably more like an elegant, high-class woman. I'm not sure what her real life is like, but that's what it feels like compared to now, where I feel like she had to kind of lure herself, right? It's like kind of going from like Section 8 housing to Section 8 housing, but instead of housing, they're all trailer park, like a government trailer park, basically. I don't know what's even worse. That's what it feels like. Oh, let's go on.
Thanks for signing my serialized boogie card. You're the GOAT.
You're welcome. Glad
Christ
to do it.
is king.
Appreciate your friends.
Long may he reign.
Wait, so me and my friends are going to do a sleep stream tomorrow night. Then me and Rastov are going to do Sunday. And you can come in on Sunday if you want to for a little bit. But Rastov requested his last day off with his girl. So he's going to do things with his girl.
All right, so here's the thing. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday are all gone. The entire first week of July, we're not going to be live, just so you guys know. This really is the end. And the reason why is they're traveling to my house, and I'm not working, bro. I am literally not working. I'm not. I'm fucking drinking beers and hanging out with the boys. That's it. But that Sunday, best believe, we're going to be live from the fucking campsite. Caitlin, thank you for the 5 bomb.
Who's going live and outplaced, Keem? Do we know?
You are Monday, bitch.
You're the community manager. You figure it out. Noel, thank you for the 1 bomb. That gets us closer.
I take bribes.
At Cassie Linolin super chatted $20. Also, Boogie, I'm sorry if I offend you. Rolling on the floor, laughing. Rolling on the floor, laughing.
I am too drunk to be offended.
All right. Send through super chats on who you want to take our spot for the next week. Who do you want in prime time? Fucking you tell us with money.
No, for real. Because who should take our spot? I don't know.
I don't know. I'm going to let the chat decide.
Guys, TTS, let us know who you want. And also, we are 25 members away from hitting our goal.
Dude, I really hurt my ass, dude. It hurts bad, and I'm drunk, so it probably shouldn't hurt this bad.
Well, Boogie, why did you fall over like that? You're a retard.
I'm drunk.
No, don't type who you want. Donate who you want. Come on.
It probably had something to do with me swinging an axe drunk. Oh, it's probably not my smartest move.
I'm not giving it to rewind. I'm not giving it to rewind.
Why?
Why?
Your rewind's gonna go before Queens and then after Queens. That don't make no sense.
Well, they could rewind all of the amazing things that happen on Queens.
Why don't we give it to Tech Talk? And you manage it. Kick Zayzuda out because she sucks.
I already fired them. I'm back managing it. I've been managing it. It's kind of.
Okay, look, put Tech Talk in the primetime spot for all next week.
We can't put Tech Talk in the primetime spot.
Why?
Because
they suck, bro. Put them in primetime.
CD finishes at 6. He wouldn't be there on time.
So Glammy can start.
Bro, you want Glammy started primetime?
Bro, I don't give a fuck. We deserve a vacation. We go live every fucking day. We can take a week off. These motherfuckers out here, I don't give a shit. They can sit there and listen to Glammy Lammy. I don't give a fuck. I give them enough.
Oh, they're finally doing it. They're gonna take a whole week off, which is, let's be real. People have been wanting them to take some time off so they can get back to their normal self. Plus, Keem has been planning for this 4th of July thing, and it's supposed to be an event where I think not all the hosts, but some of the hosts are coming. I think Beans is supposed to come, Rasta is supposed to come, and I think like a few others are supposed to come through that event. Not a lot of people, not a lot of the hosts, but I know it's also as well as other YouTubers are supposed to come through due to this big event. Honestly, whoever takes place at primetime would be really interesting to see and be really, 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 really funny. Because it's probably more likely just gonna be whoever. It could probably be Tech Talk, that'd be interesting. Maybe Taz, maybe another show that can fill in the time gap. How it's gonna affect the whole universe would be interesting. So I guess when next week come around, it's gonna be interesting. Very, very interesting. I'll say that much.
People like that. Instead of letting me get off the internet and correct him, I had CPS at my door. If you can do a better job, bitch, go ahead. But guess what? They came once and never came again.
Exactly.
Hello? I wasn't raised in that era. Just because we say it don't mean our kids can say it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Shit. Fuck you motherfuckers. You know what I noticed today, Grandma? A lot of mothers are raising their kids on the internet. They're not going outside like I did and play ball with my kid and go to the pools and shit. They give their kid a tablet, they watch a movie, and they call that interacting with your child. You lazy motherfuckers, get off your asses, go outside and touch grass with your children. I taught my kid how to ride a bike. I taught him how to play basketball. I taught him how to play baseball. I taught him how to swim at 3 years old. Get your asses off the fucking couches!
Bane, I didn't see the end of it. I saw that I don't disagree, and I think that got taken care of on live, hopefully. But
no, it did not.
It didn't.
No, everybody dragged Wonder Woman on it because
I think she look.
Listen, Wonder Woman, you're right, but let me tell you something, Wonder Woman, about y'all's country. I'm not knocking my country. I love America. I love the red, white, and blue. But listen, you guys over there, for some reason, you just have that charisma. Even when you curse somebody out, you guys don't even use any fucking hate behind it. It's so nice that you know, somebody says, go fuck yourself. You're like, okay, thank you. I'll get on it right now.
I'll be real and I'll be very frank. I just did not care enough for Queens to really watch most of it. Like, it was in and out for me as I was watching Becky's stuff as well. So it was basically kind of the same thing. Just bunch of middle-aged women getting drunk out of their mind. Throwing the mix is the Michael getting drunk out of his mind. That's how it feels if you're watching Queen. That's how it always is. It's really no different than watching Supreme Queens because it's just people getting drunk. Just people getting drunk, feeling like it makes them feel good about their life. It's just them getting drunk, doing dumb stuff, and I'm here like, could be better, could be worse. Then I look over at Becky's stuff and I'm like, it could be better, could be way worse. Then I ask myself, what am I doing? I could be talking about a different show with more content and with more deeper look at things, but I'm doing Queens and Supreme Queens, and I hate myself a little bit. Next.
Basis. And then the person that she was, I guess, co-hosting Milkers with, they couldn't make up their mind whether they wanted her or not. They kept flip-flopping back and forth whether they wanted her or not. They actually flip-flop between 3 and 4 people.
They flip-flop between wanting to be on Milkers or not. And now where's Milkers?
Yep. Exactly.
That's what happens when you put faith in a bunch of fucking idiots.
Yeah. Yep. So, that was that. Do you want to see anything else from
Not at all. We're done with dolls. R.I.P. dolls. Rest in piss dolls. Rest in piss dolls. Fuck you dolls. Your content shit. Beans, I hope you fucking survive. I hope you survive. I hope something good happens to you, Beans. Cause this is fucking shit. This is fucking terrible. I feel so bad for the trauma, the victimization of Beans.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel sorry for anybody who has got to work with Sweet Tea. I'm gonna be for real. Just
Look
be
at-
on your P's and Q's and take screenshots of everything. Every conversation you have with her, take a screenshot and save it and put it in your back pocket because you're going to need it.
I seen how excited Brantley was to be doing this project, and even she's like, "Fuck this shit." Look at how Brantley is like one of the most patient, fun people.
She's too fucking nice. That's what Brantley is. Brantley's too fucking nice.
And even
Way
she's like,
too
"Fuck
fucking
this
nice.
shit."
Yeah.
That's
Brantley's too nice to these motherfuckers.
That's how fucked up this is. Rest in piss, dolls. Beans, you tried. Brantley, you tried. The show was originally titled Brats for a reason. Should have been titled Retards. Was that... We were supposed to say something nice, weren't we? Shit!
Oh, yeah.
Spiritually, you can tell that Billy's dead inside. He's very dead inside. You can just tell that he's sick of it all. He's just like, I'm done. I don't want to be here anymore. I just don't want to do this anymore. But I got to. We got to do Lee Rewind. So we got to be the rewind. You could tell he's just done. Particularly mostly because of Sweet Tea. And he doesn't want to deal with her. Doesn't want to cover her after all the bullshit that she went through. Same thing for Xylee. Do I feel bad for them? Not really. Personally, it's very entertaining to see them suffer just a little bit. At the same time, on the other end, I mean, you can just tell that he's just done. He doesn't care. He's sick of it all. He wants out. He wants to not be here anymore. Fair enough, I guess. If I have to deal and work with Sweet Tea every single day of my life, I would be asking to just be done, moving on to the next thing, bigger and better, right? Hopefully that it would be, much more enjoyable. But no, I'm covering Sweet Tea, and working with her is probably rough. But imagine you have to deal with her every day. You have to talk about her every single day. I think that's where the real roughness comes from. Right? And I think in a way that's pretty funny in my eyes. I think that's pretty funny. That you have to deal with somebody you don't like, and that, any attempts or any type of criticism you may have will just come off as her accusing you of bullying or something even worse. And you're just like, do I have to work with this person? I could go back doing my own thing, making less money. And then you realize the money is too good. And then you realize if I do that, then I'll be leaving my community. Many, many such cases.
Thank you, Phobia. I will look into that. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah. I just feel like he's just a liar. He's just a born motherfucking liar. Like what more can we say? Like, he won't come up here. Oh,
right,
here we
Ultra,
go.
where's your fucking proof, mate? What the fuck is this?
Ultra, I promise I'm going to moderate this very fairly. Okay, I'm going to moderate this very fairly. So I want Ultra to go first.
Okay, bro. I didn't want to come out because I got really mad, so I'm sorry. First off,
where's your proof?
Second off, when I first joined,
let me speak.
when I first joined, me and Nightmare hopped into a call, and then in that call, Nightmare told me that I should make jokes about that he went to the festival for drug abuse. That's what he told me to do. That's what I did.
Where's your proof?
If Nightmare says I'm lying, then he's a scumbag, lying piece of shit, and.
All right, because you've shown the reliable to actually take information from.
Oh, Nightmare, are you saying I'm lying? Is that what
Where's your proof? Where's your proof?
No, but okay. See how you're dodging the question?
No, I'm calling you a liar. Where's your proof?
Okay, bro. I'll tell you what. We can both take a fucking test, or
a live. Absolutely,
yeah,
I don't give a fuck. Pay for it. I'll do it.
Fucking cooked. And you're cooked.
I'm cooked. Yeah. Jesus fucking God. Your lie detectors are literally inefficient anyway, but I'll fucking do it. Don't bother me, because I know you're fucking full of shit, bro.
I have nothing to lie about, Josh. I mean, I've shown
bro, you're fucked, bro.
I'm pretty stable. How am I fucked? You're not Keem. Shut the fuck up.
No, you're fucked. You're fucked up for this, bro.
Josh, all I'm gonna say is if you ban me for whatever reason, then it looks bad on you, not on me. Because
They do what?
He's not saying he's going to ban you. He never said he's going to ban you. He never said he's going to ban you. You haven't broken any rules.
Why are you making stuff up?
So stop making any rules. See, you're lying about this as well. You think you're saying he's going to ban you? He's never once said that.
You sack of shit, bro. You know I'm not lying.
When did I say it? Prove it to me. Prove it to me, and I will open hands.
Okay,
I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry.
The first show happened. You were like, Ultra, you're never coming back. That didn't work out in your favor. I was back because Keem wanted me back.
Right.
We hopped in a call before the show, correct or not?
Correct, and I told you what I was covering.
Okay, and then you told me.
I said, would you want to bring the table?
That's where the whole Zepic thing came from. You said, you target me about the
So
fucking.
You're gonna try and say that
you said yes. You said that Ultra. I'll come at you for the Ozempic, and you can make a joke about how I got on drugs. I didn't even know Nightmare was on drugs before you told me. Okay, Nightmare. Nightmare. I didn't really know you till I joined the Discord. So where would I have found out that you were clean?
You literally said that you watched stuff about Test. What are you talking about?
I watched like Rim, and then like the week that you were at the festival. I did not know shit about you. All I knew
it's not uncommon. Like people have spoken about my sobriety before. To be fair.
Okay, well I didn't know anything about it.
But where's your proof, bro? Where's your fucking proof? Bro, I want to know.
In fairness,
It really wasn't much on Ozzy. Ozzy was covering Nova Online. Good on them for covering good old Nova, because there's a whole lot of people that should cover Nova. Good on them. I just watched it and I didn't really care. So Nova, there you go. Good on you, Twiggy, which is very funny because really fast before we move on from Twiggy. I think he was the guy who got Josh Block and Mr. Bass to be on lolcowlive a couple months ago. I think it was almost like 8 months ago. I think Twiggy could correct me on that. But I think it was Chill Force who told me that it was Twiggy who was the one who got Mr. Bass and Josh Block on lolcowlive. Now, back to this whole thing between Nightmare and the lies. Is it believable? Maybe. Is it? But can it also be false? Yeah. It's hard to tell because you can't record the VC. Even when I was there like a couple months ago, or like beginning of, really more like late towards last year. You know what I mean? Early this year, I remember there was a strict rule of you couldn't record VC. But also, like, I think even if it is sort of true, it's like, who cares? Like, I feel like if you like, in my head, it's like, all I care is the shit post that the shit brings out, right? The craziness and the wackiness, right? Like, even if they all are just lying out of their teeth, it's like, cool. Like, but if you could bring proof of it, I mean, that would be even true. That would be even more crazy. But I don't even know. I guess we can end it off here. Till next time, God bless.